Cruising down the highway, got the rhythm and the flow. Ooh, yeah! TKR mornings in the speakers, let that morning sunshine grow. Who needs FM when there's Francesca and Gizmo? Keep on rolling, rolling, let that music play. Play it loud, on into the night, in my right, feet alright, everything gonna be alright, alright. Turn the dial, feel the smile, TKR got my back. Sing along with the tunes, life on the right track. Windows down, hands up, the world is our stage. Every mile, every beat turns the page. Keep on rolling, rolling, let that music play. Play it loud, on into the night, in my right, feet alright, everything gonna be.
Good morning, this is TKR Mornings. I'm Gizmo, that's Francesca, and we're getting funky for Mental Mondays. How are you?
Great to be back. How are you?
I'm doing very well, all technical difficulties sorted, and are we in for an epic 2025. Much to fill you in on that happened over the weekend. And oh, do we have some cool things for you. Not just you, Francesca, but everybody listening. And we're going to kick it off today with some brand new music. And good morning to HotInk, Susie. It's always nice when people check up and go, is the show stopped forever? No, it's not. It never will. We will be going on forever. That is for sure. This is Lessons by Echoes of Phoenix.
From the lesson for setting me free. In the time of baby, the 7 million souls to find my way to the ones who bring love, not take it away. Thank you for the lesson. Now I'll move on to find you more than 2 planets. And away from the dark, there's no anger in my heart. No bitterness remains. Only gratitude for the clarity. Life's too short, hold on to the pain. So I go let leave me again. Thank you for the lesson, for setting me free. Inside of the life, the 7 million souls to find my way to the ones who bring love, not take it away. Thank you for the lesson. Now I'll move on to brighter, onward other things. Well, the beat drums strong. Thank you for the lesson, for setting me free. And as I forgive the beers, 7 million souls to find my way to the ones who bring love, now take it away. Seven million hearts, and now I know not every connection is meant to grow, but each one teaches, each one shows the path I walk in the love of soul.
This is TKR Mornings, streaming live from Toronto.
My affection for you, I do anything, I do, empty like some correction. I put up a piece of tension. I know this can't always be, but can't you feel that latent
Neon Bloom one last time. Oh, that is phenomenal. Kick-ass song right there. This is TKR Mornings. I'm Gizmo, that's Francesca. We're away for a week. 3 of those days were technical issues. The other 2, I was like, you know what? We've earned a little holiday, so why not, hey?
Boo!
Boo? Boo?
Terrible excuse.
I know.
I was ready, guys. I was like,
I was not. I was not mentally ready after the
Gizmo was,
ridiculous,
somewhere else.
yeah, the ridiculousness that I had to go through to find out that the 24-hour radio station that I have been sort of promising online that's going to take actually longer than anticipated due to my computer cannot handle the workload of doing the live show and this, and obviously using it as my computer generally for other things. So that will have to wait for a little bit, but it will eventually arrive, hoping for the new year. So still going ahead, just changing the timelines. For those of you who know me, I'm very, very good at doing that. What did you get up to this weekend, Francesca?
Can I even remember it? Not too much, Catch up on sleep, catch up on cleaning and picking up my socks. I'm kidding.
The weekdays are not for picking up socks. You're absolutely right.
No,
Those refrain for the
sleeping in.
weekend.
This weather really, I don't know. I can't lie. I mean, just staying in and catching up on sleep and resting and more sleep. Yeah.
Excellent. Nothing wrong with that. I did a bit of that
How about
on.
you?
I did a bit of that
Maybe
on.
your weekend was more exciting.
Friday night was absolutely phenomenal. Went to the midnight glam gala hosted by Royal Media Group. And what a show it was to support Ukrainian children with cancer, and obviously they're in a war zone as well, so the money raised there goes to support them at Christmas time. But the fashion was amazing. The artists were incredible. One of the artists sang a song completely in Ukrainian. I have no idea what she was singing about, but it was a fantastic piece of music. So I'm going to be getting that music off her later on this week and adding those artists I found into the playlist. And another thing that came to me this weekend is a couple of people, including Steve, went to me. He's like, you know what? I'm getting earworms. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, I know most of these songs that you play are sort of off by heart by now, which is phenomenal. I love it. I love hearing that.
Valid. Thank you. Honest opinions always welcome. Yep.
Love it. So that means gotta pick some new music, which is fine. So we have a ton of brand new music for you today, coming up after Good News at 7:30, which is getting back to its true roots of less about us good news and more about good news in general from around the world. So we'll be talking about bears, turkeys, and
oh, please.
well, of course, but the bears survived and turkeys went parachuting. So it's definitely some good news with a bit of a light-hearted twist to it there. And coming up at 7:45, again, we have our event news, sponsored by HotInk. And at 8 o'clock, Read It, Reddit, Thread It, which is now 1 hour in length. And we're pushing out, well, we can talk till the cows come home. So I think it's good because it's extended by essentially 15 minutes, pushing the TKR Spotlight Artist.
That's my segment.
100%. I thought you'd like that,
All
especially
right.
for Philosophy Fridays. And the TKR Spotlight feature artist, sponsored by Toronto Musicians Hub, will be at 9 o'clock. And we'll just keep on going until Francesca goes, I got stuff to do, and leaves. So who knows? We might be live all day. Why not?
I'm very busy, guys. Even when the music's on, I'm doing stuff. I'm setting up my day. I'm
Busy. That's
honestly, you have no idea.
well, I kind of do, because you told me at the yesterday when we had a chat that you've actually got a very busy week this week. And good luck to all those things that you are doing for yourself. And
Thank you.
if you haven't seen the chat already, it's somewhere around here for sure. Susie says, Good morning, Francesca. You look beautiful today. You do every day,
Aw.
just extra beautiful today.
Oh, thank you. Last night's makeup does the work.
Last night's makeup or Saturday night's makeup? Did you even
No,
shower
literally
between then and then?
Last night's makeup. Last night's makeup, girl? That's right.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You can do like little face imprints on your pillow when you're done. Just... I don't know. Is that how makeup works? The only
I
makeup
don't put that much makeup, but
I used to wear a lot of makeup when I was younger.
who you?
Yeah, but that's because I was in stage
Wow.
productions. So, and it was
Means
caked
what,
on.
coming out? What?
Yeah, musical theatre too. Right. No, it was in West Side
It
Story,
makes
My
sense.
Fair
That's
Lady.
fine, I don't know. It's okay. Take your time. Take your time.
I
you
will
know,
take-
come out whenever you need to.
All of the time that I like, my dear. Cheeky. And today's focus is around Mental Mondays, mental health, and I want to be discussing words and inferring meaning and how we are all prone to do it. And I want to chat with you, Francesca, and see what you think about a few examples that I have come across
Absolutely.
in my
I
time.
love questions. I love thinking deeply about myself and the world. So I look forward to that.
Excellent. And it's great to be back. I'm happy we are here. But that's enough
I'm
chit chat.
surprised we're here.
Oh no, you're not. We are. You're not getting out of this. You've basically signed away your life to me for good. So this is good because everybody likes listening to you and enjoys
for
you on the
them.
show. So
I'm
I mean,
happy for the viewers.
well, they do say sex sells. Anyway, moving on from there, let's get into the music. Tell me now, Laura Lederer on TKR Mornings.
I don't know what we are doing, but we seem to be having some fun. But lately I'm wondering about us, like what lies beyond the great sun. You could talk to me, 'cause I'd like to know what's in your mind. And you gotta let me see if I'm gonna stay along for the ride. Tell me now, tell me here, tell me you'd like me to always be near. Yeah, tell me fast, tell me true, that you want me as much as I want you. Looking at you sitting next to me, your smile is telling me it's fine. But maybe I've been wrong about us, and I've missed all of the warning signs. Oh, I wish you'd open up, so I'm not going in this blind. Oh, if you just explain what's really going on behind those eyes. Tell me now, tell me here, tell me you'd Somebody tell me, what is love? Every time I fall so deep, so low. I feel so empty, I feel so misty-eyed. Ooh, 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 ooh. Change my mind, make me believe in all of you. What it takes for a girl like me to feel all your love. Take my broken heart, memories undone, everything. 'Cause I'm gon' give you the world and maybe the moon. Take your time with me, and I bet that you'll see everything. 'Cause I can give you the world and maybe the moon, 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 moon. I can give you the moon. What is time? Somebody tell me, what is time? Oh. And every time I fall so deep, so low. I feel so empty, I feel so misty, ooh, ooh, ooh. Change my mind, make me believe in all of you. What it takes for a girl like me to feel all your love. My broken heart, memories undone, and everything. 'Cause I'm gon' give you the world and maybe the moon. Take your time with me, and I bet that you'll see everything. 'Cause I can give you the world and maybe
This is TKR Mornings streaming live from Toronto.
It's up early, late at night, he's working 9 to 5, but he's a boozer. He's a boozer. He's a midnight loser. He's out here wasting time. He's got secrets, a lot of lies. Got messy hair and bloodshot eyes. Well, he's a boozer. He's a boozer. He's a midnight loser. He's out here wasting time. He's a friend of yours, he's a friend of mine. Half a gallon of burgundy wine. Well, he's a boozer. He's a boozer. Well, he's a midnight loser. He's out here wasting time. Well, I got one Scott, 2 or 3. They tell you, baby, don't you worry about me. Well, he's a boozer. Well, he's a boozer. Well, he's a midnight loser. He's out here wasting time. He's got front row seats at the local bar. Around there, the people call him a star. Well, he's a boozer. He's a boozer. He's a midnight loser. He's out here wasting time. Well, he's a big-hearted, lonely man. Prays on Sundays that old Bruce can. Well, he's a boozer. He's a boozer. Well, he's a midnight loser. He's out here wasting time.
Canyon Riders, Midnight Boozer. This is TKR Mornings. I'm Gizmo. That's Francesca. And it's time for good news. And first bit of good news, I got a haircut.
Oh my god. But he still wears a hat.
Still wears a hat and a jacket indoors. But the people ask me, well, why are you wearing this like a hat and a hoodie and this jacket indoors? Well, when I'm doing the show, and especially at this time of year, I let the dog out so she can run around in the garden, do all the fun things that she wants to do, and obviously also not disturb me. But obviously it's what, 0 degrees? Oh, it's -5 out now in Toronto, so the door's open, and I live in a basement, so the cold air goes down. So yeah, I'm keeping myself toasty warm, being sensible at this time of year.
That hat's definitely gonna do the job, huh? Covering your ears.
No, that's what these are for. There,
You
it's
wear
not.
those all day?
Yep, it's fashion over function, quite frankly. Absolutely brilliant. So
That's
for
some behind-the-scenes show that we don't know about.
yeah, just over there, there's a whole stripper pole and everything. It's a crazy time. Oh, dearie me.
I
Anyway.
respect the hustle.
I don't know what's worse. The image of the fact that I may have a
Are you
stripper
in
pole
the
to my
film,
left,
or are you directing it?
do I look like I have the face to be in one of those films? No, I'm clearly directing it.
I don't know, maybe you have some kinky shit that we don't know about.
No, not at all. Mind you, I told Bucky, our sound engineer, he needed to shave because he's been doing the mustache for November, and he was wearing a denim jacket the other day, and or something looked like, he basically looked like a 1980s porn director. So I told him, well, considering we all live quite close to a school, probably best to get rid of the mustache rather than be mistaken. I kid. Anyway, to the good news rather
Kept
than...
your mustache.
I look terrifying with a mustache. But heartwarming freedom for 5 orphan bear cubs released back into the Colorado wild. Footage from the Colorado Parks and Wildlife
More
Department.
bears.
Yeah. The bear... For the love of... Tone it down, it's only Monday. Genius. So basically, it shows heartwarming moment. 5 orphan bear cubs released back into the wild. The cubs spent the summer at the CPW Rehabilitation Center in Frisco Creek after being found and determined to be too young to be left alone. According to local reporters, 3 of the bears were rescued after the mother was euthanized because she entered a home, while the other 2 were found in separate incidences. Black bears are more likely than brown or grizzly.
They killed the bear? That's not good news.
Yeah, no, well, the fact that the cubs are okay and back in the wild, that I guess it's like Bambi, right? It's Bambi was essentially a good, happy, feel-good movie, except the first couple of seconds where they murder the mother. So yeah, I'm going to see in this article. The article just repeats over and over and over again. Excellent. While the bears are in rehabilitation, there is no talking allowed near the pens when they're kept in there. Well, that makes sense because you don't want them getting too friendly with humans because we are a terrible bunch on this planet. The second bit of good news, there we go. More than 30 stranded whales rescued in New Zealand by people lifting them onto sheets. Oh, sheet! That's some good news right there. After a pod of more than 30 pilot whales stranded themselves on a New Zealand beach, over 1,000 volunteers and professionals alike organised to save them by carrying them back out to sea on sheets. The sheets were suspended from the prow of a boat operated by New Zealand's Department of Conservation. The stranding happened on Rukaka Beach near the city. Oh, come on, New Zealand. There's no way I'm going to be able... Whangarei? In New Zealand's North Island. Apologies to all Kiwis out there if I just butchered that. It's a particularly prolific stranding point location for pilot whales. The dock agents routinely survey the beach and ask the public to report any whales. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive, right? 1,000 people got together.
Can you give a summary of that? What?
So, 30 whales, right, 30 pilot whales got stranded on a New Zealand beach, and up to 1,000 volunteers combined forces and got them all rescued and put out back to sea. They basically put them on some sheets, tied the end of the sheets to
How did
a boat.
The whales end up on the beach?
Apparently they just do that. Apparently in that region, it can be from strong weather, it can be from disorientation, because
the whales belong in the water. What the hell are they doing on the beach?
yeah, I think I'm not entirely sure how. They obviously don't explain why they ended up there, just the good news that they were saved. But I can definitely look into that for you and find out exactly why whales end up doing that for sure. And I think we will also do this other one about turkeys being free falling from the sky. Oh, yeah, it's
over here.
100%. Remember, animals are for Christmas, not just for life. No, I got that wrong again. Animals are for life, not just for Christmas. So do remember that. So an Alaskan woman drops Thanksgiving turkeys from a plane to help feed off-grid neighbours. I'm not sure.
That's nice.
Well, it depends if the turkey's still alive when she dropped them out of the plane, and did she give them a parachute?
Tell them to drop some money.
I just get caught in the wind currents unless it's like a stack of money. Apparently, she heard that some of her neighbours were eating squirrels for Thanksgiving. A local pilot thought
What?
Yeah. That was so shocking, the music stopped. So some people have been eating squirrels for Thanksgiving, so the local pilot thought she'd lend a helping wing.
Are people okay?
Clearly not. But when you live off grid in the middle of nowhere, sometimes getting hunting is part of that. And my friend is a hunter. He went out hunting for a whole week. He didn't actually get anything.
Skinning a squirrel.
Okay, now what? I'm imagining skinning a squirrel.
It's so
messy.
small.
Yeah, you're not. Well, hence the reason she
What
thought.
do you feed with that? That's Thanksgiving? Holy.
Well, no, thankfully, due to this woman, Esther Sunderland, who lives in the rural West Valley of Alaska, decided that she would basically help out. She was visiting her newest neighbor, and they were talking about splitting a squirrel 3 ways for dinner and how that really didn't go very far. And I just thought at that moment, you know what? I'm going to airdrop them a turkey for Thanksgiving because I recently rebuilt my first airplane with my dad, and I can do that easily. Sandlin grew up occasionally receiving turkeys at her home via airdrop after the roads froze over in late autumn. She combined these two wild childhood memories with the news of a squirrel dinner and decided she ought to pay it forward. This year, she's dropping 30 to 40 turkeys to ensure her neighbours have as much to eat as she does. So kudos to Esther there. I mean, that's brilliant. I mean, I think both me and you, Francesca, are still stuck on the having squirrel for dinner. It's a funny thing to hear, and obviously we're not judging or belittling the people who are literally having to share a squirrel 3 ways.
I mean, if you have to eat, you have to eat. I'm just like, wow. I mean, you know.
It makes me think of that Simpsons episode when Cletus sees a squirrel and shoots it, gets his shotgun. He's like, Branding, get the shotgun. We're having squirrel tonight. And it's a joke, but jokes usually come from sort of real life, and it's sort of taking the humor of these things. But yeah, my only concern is if she's airdropping these turkeys, do they come with a parachute? Are they frozen turkeys? Because I mean, you get hit by a couple of kilogram frozen turkey from an airdrop. That's probably going to do more harm to you than eating an undercooked squirrel.
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah, right. Well, how did you end up in prison? Well, I was trying to help my neighbours by airdropping frozen turkeys for Thanksgiving, and I accidentally killed one, so they sued me and put me in prison. That would be mildly unfortunate for them, that's for sure. Yeah, so that's good news. Good news from around the world, not just good news about me getting a haircut and all other things TKR. There was another piece of good news I wanted to share, but I think it can wait.
Sure, let's wait.
Perfect.
Play the song.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Speaking of songs, I think it's about time we got into some...
Where's my coffee?
Was I supposed to bring you a coffee?
Yes.
Well,
3 cream, 2 sugar, please. Thank you.
3 cream, 2 sugar. Okay, as long as you're okay with a cold coffee around 11 a.m. this morning, I'll eventually make it from the Bluffs to... what's that place? Etobicoke. Very good. So, like you're going crazy for coffee, these girls are just going crazy. This is Vea and Journey Montana on TKR Mornings.
I don't have time for a wife. Maybe got time for like 4 wives. I don't know. We split up the responsibilities. We can work it out later.
All the girls dancing on the table. All the girls dancing on the table. He like Wally, know me from the city to the county, and I'm leaving better than you found me. I'm an entertainer, take a bow, please. Let the girls go crazy. Let a girl go wild. Working all day, baby. Let a girl go wild. Let the girls go crazy. Let a girl go wild. Working all day, baby. Let a girl go wild. Oh, yeah. I was running circles on their ass back in 09. Like I was born prematurely, I'm ahead of my time. She ain't picking up the phone, no, we going all night. She up on the table, she blowing their minds. All the girls dancing on the table. All the girls dancing on the table. Let the girls go crazy. Dancing on the table. Let the girl go wild. Work it all day, baby. Dancing on the table. Let the girl go wild. Snatch me out the club if you mean it. Get a little greedy.
days, man.
Time now for the TKR Events Guide, sponsored by HotInk, who is very close to be ready to do tattoos on people's, which is great news. So there's an event for you right there, based out of Winnipeg, but I'm sure if you bought her a flight and a hotel room and you're in Toronto, then maybe she will fly out here and do a tattoo for you that way. Along with the cost of the actual tattoo, right? So, TKR.
Yeah, she'll do that for free, right?
Oh yeah, that's exactly it. She's gonna
cover her hotel and her food. She's happy. She's good.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the way to make business. No, that's a terrible way. Or you could just go to Winnipeg. It's a beautiful drive from Toronto to Winnipeg. So, if you're ever in Winnipeg and feel like a tattoo, HotInk is the place to go. Now, the TKR Events Guide, I got some news on that one. I finally figured out the back end, how people can go to unity314.com and basically enter their event information into our system, and then it logs it for us to use on the morning show, and it will also then be pulled into our events calendar that we will, which is going up at the end of today on the website as well. This is basically our event news today, because I need you all out there. If you've got an event, send it to us, because I have limited time in a day to sort of look, and sometimes I'll see something, I'll try and remember.
Events. We want a party.
Yeah, you can send them to us anyway.
Like it's 30-12.
What? Don't quit your day job there, dear.
It's okay. We're in generations. You probably don't know this song. Ooh.
No, that I think actually just went foo over my freshly shaved head. But that's okay. And I do need to. So I figured out finally how to get the little chatbot up on the website. So for anybody who doesn't have a YouTube account or Instagram or all those things, there will be a little chat window that you can open up, and we'll see the messages, and they'll stream live on the show. However, I've got to phone GoDaddy web hosting service first, because they went, here, have all these. Yeah. GoDaddy. I got to phone. And
it's all
yeah.
adding up now.
Yes, it's all adding up to stripper poles, GoDaddy, a bear, and throwing frozen turkeys at people. That's adding up nicely.
It's adding up.
I'm quite curious to see.
Missing a whole week? What were you doing? You were not having technical difficulties. Be real here, Gizmo.
Fine. I went on a coke-fueled bender to Mexico. No, I didn't. That would be ridiculous. How would I get it across the borders?
He's filming another show because he knows it's more lucrative. He'll make a lot more money. He'll have a lot more fun doing it. It's all right. I respect the hustle.
Actually, it's well. I want to touch on that. God, that just made it sound even worse. Oh, what? Excuse me while I just touch on that. Oh no, I'm just moving your hair. It's fine. No, this is getting out of hand very quickly. So yeah, we'll have also the ability to vote for the top 9 at 9 that's going to be starting up again, and also we're going to be doing the top 30 artists of the year. That all starts tonight on the website. I finally got all those bits and pieces working. So that's good, and you'll also be able to go to the website and see the songs that we have in the library. And if you are listening and like, oh, I want to listen to that song, you click a button, it pings it, and we get your request and we can play the track. If we don't have the track, there's an option to drop a link to the Spotify so we can find it and we can get it in rotation for you. So, yeah, that's the event news.
Thank you so much, Gizmo. We know there's a lot of hard work going on behind the scenes.
Is there, or am I just doing it all very quickly with AI and sleeping the rest of the time? You just don't know.
I guess we don't. Work hard, work smart.
Yeah, I mean, if you've done something well, people won't be sure you've done anything at all.
I know how that feels. I apparently don't work at all.
No, none of us work.
I work from home. So I don't do anything.
No, you don't. Working from home is not working, clearly. I still think...
Oh, thanks.
No, I kid. I think being able to work from
Side with my
home
mom on that one.
is important. Because people will do the same amount of work regardless, no matter where they are.
Oh my gosh, you go to the office thinking I'm at the office. Yeah, what are you doing?
And then half the time when you get to the office, you end up having sort of Teams message calls or like video calls with other people who are in the office. It's like, well, I could do that from home. Why did I travel all of this way, spend all this money, get stuck in traffic?
Right?
Part of me is, I do agree that there are certain sort of industries and things where you do need to be in the office, maybe like once or twice a week, because face-to-face communication and being in person is important.
Yeah,
But there are some companies out there who are just going back to the full, we want you in 9 to 5 if you get this job Monday to Friday. And I'm not sure how many people will want to go back to that, considering most of us have sort of been given that freedom, right? So
I feel like some people just probably don't have a choice. Like if you have an amazing sales rep that you just hands down couldn't question, they hit their quotas, they go above and beyond and all that, you probably don't give a shit if they work from home. But those people that are getting paid hourly and like, I don't know, need a boss over them to kind of give them work and stuff, I mean, I don't know, maybe I can understand. Like I can put myself in a corporation's shoes, and I know people probably don't like hearing that, but I do like to look at both sides, right? Like, yes, it's nice working from home and it's comforting, but at the same time, if you're a business owner, like you're spending how much on their salary? Like you kind of want to make sure that like they are actually working and like you're not just paying them to sleep all day, right? So I can understand that. But the hybrid model, I think that's fair, right? Like you don't necessarily have to be in the office 100% of the time, but like the corporations are paying a lot of money for their overhead and for their rent and stuff. So it's like,
well, that's their problem, not mine.
Fair, no, but that's fair. Like I agree with that too. Like it's like I don't know which side to kind of really sway more on. It's really
and that's interesting you say that. Which side to swap? Why can't we all just meet in the middle and compromise? There is certainly a better way of doing it. Because I mean, let's face it, like I've worked in, and this is not like dissing any companies I've worked for, but I've worked in a lot of engineering firms, and I mean, on the most part, I'm sitting in front of a computer doing sort of 3D design and all these things, on the most part, sending messages back and forth and chats and emails, and I'm like, well, all of that can be done at home. And a lot of the meetings, like, are essentially unnecessary, and I found the best way of doing it is like the meetings you have, no more than 15-minute little round table in person. And I used to do, and I found that more productive, and then wouldn't need to speak to these people for the rest of the day because we'd all discussed quickly what was needed, and boom, off we were going. Where there was less meeting, more doing, right? So
yeah, exactly.
I think eventually over time there will be, we will all find that balance. And I think with AI coming into play now, I think you'll find that balance will appear because AI can be used to elevate a job position.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I feel sorry, but at the same time, we gotta be realistic. Like, technology is gonna take over, and if these robots are gonna become super smart, like, do we need as many administrators as we do? Like, some people probably have jobs that are so basic you don't even know. Their probably only job is to like photocopy or something. A machine can do that, and I don't mean to say that. Like, no,
you're not saying this in like
anyone's job, but
yeah,
I mean, like, the corporations at the end of the day are gonna use their power and their money to do whatever they need to do, and they don't really care about you. So
no, you're just a number.
You. There's the next song. Got it.
Oh, if only I knew where you were going with that, I could have been so much more on the ball.
I didn't know where I was going with that.
No, I mean that was incredible. So you ain't
getting good at this.
Yeah, that would be good. I'm trying to find that song now because that is a really good song. Give me a moment. There we go. Because I wasn't thinking about her, she wasn't thinking about me. But this is Becca Dowland, TKR Mornings. That was your TKR Events Guide, sponsored by HotInk.
wrong, cause here you are, saying that you miss me in a text. Lame. No, I don't wanna play around a golf or grab a coffee to just talk. Rather be straight up and say get lost. Malibu and I ain't thinking about you. You don't cross my mind when it hits 5 and I've had a drink or two. Yeah, I've erased you from my life. Don't call me with your pick-up lines. I'm sitting on a beach and I'm feeling blue. Malibu and I, we ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. We ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. I've done my best to be polite and shrug you off, but you're still trying. I don't think you'll ever take a hint. Oh, we never even dated. You just made things complicated. Next time you type out a text, please hit delete. I don't care that I'm still in your thoughts. I'm happier now that you're gone. I've made my peace and Lord knows I've moved on. Malibu and I ain't thinking about you. You don't cross my mind when it hits 5 and I've had a drink or two. Yeah, I've erased you from my life. Don't call me with your pick-up lines. I'm sitting on a beach and I'm feeling blue. Malibu and I, we ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. We ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. I don't care that you can play my songs in the basement on your friend's guitar. Don't care what you think we had, cause it's gone. I don't wanna see your name again. Light up my phone like it did then. I'm better now because I cut you off. Malibu and I ain't thinking about you. You don't cross my mind when it hits 5 and I've had a drink or 2 or 3 or 4. Yeah, I've erased you from my life. Don't call me with your pick-up lines. I'm sitting on a beach with a great view. No Malibu and I, we ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. We ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. Malibu and
This is TKR Mornings streaming live from Toronto.
Through the dark, a color show. One by one, we lift the veil. For the voices they dismiss. Lost in stories never told. The whispers of the past we can't hide. In shadows, the truth unfolds. Marching onward with our dreams anew. Dream toward a star.
Time now for Read It, Reddit, Thread It. That was quite a bouncing intro into Read It, Reddit, Thread It, which, for Mental Mondays, I believe you've got something you would like to talk about, Francesca.
Yeah, big topic, big topic. I mean, definitely, you know, as the year comes to an end and we look back on what we've done, what's happened in our lives, who we have around us, the topic is about support. And what is support? What isn't? How you want to go from here, Gizmo?
Oh, what is support and what isn't? I mean, that's...
I
mean,
love that question. It sounds
it's
like such a simple question, but it's not.
True. Well, I
Think
mean,
about it.
it depends on the context. A support could be like a pair of breeches, like suspenders, keeping my pants up. But I'm assuming you're thinking more about sort of supporting your fellow human and not your slacks.
Yeah, it's not about keeping your pants up, but
Well, with the stripper pole and the bears, clearly you don't need to keep those up. That's getting out of hand quickly. Okay, so you're asking what's support and what isn't. Now, we're looking
yeah.
from, like, say, a close friend, a family member, or just generally helping out and supporting in society, say, like volunteering. Because like you said, there are many ways we can go. Which one do you want to pick first?
I really like the relationship one, the close personal relationship one. What is support? That's kind of what resonate with me. How about
Okay.
you?
Yeah, no, we can go down that one. So, at least in my opinion, support. Let's use like a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, and they,
Sure.
whatever you want to be. Support, I would say, comes in the form of understanding compromise. Sometimes doing the things you don't want to do because you don't enjoy them, but you do them to support your partner.
Yeah.
I think I could.
Nice way to put it.
Actually, I've got a better example, sort of like a family relationship. My brother is mad keen on hockey. He loves it, loves watching it. He's played it sort of mid-professional league in the UK, and he plays with his friends. And every winter, he's always trying to get me to play. And honestly, I can skate. I can't really play hockey, and I'm not out of all of the things that I do in sports, I don't really enjoy it. But he keeps on. Oh, please, like come play. It'll be fun. So I finally got to the point. I'm like, well, I don't like doing this, but I'll do it because you want me to. So that's sort of a compromise thing. I'm supporting one of the things he enjoys doing because in return he does support me in the things that I do. As long as it's following him around doing extreme sports with a camera and taking photos, he supports me. But no, jokes aside, is that kind of how you see it, or how would you see like a relationship, for example?
think that if I get a little bit personal, I mean, personal relationships are questionable sometimes. You know,
What's
you don't
questionable?
know who's supporting you or not. You don't really know what people's intentions are. Do they really want to see you happy? Do they really want to see you win? There's a lot of interesting things, right? When you're doing things for yourself, people change. People try to get in your head. People try to put you down. Sometimes even more so than your strangers, right? Like I find that strangers are oftentimes a lot more supportive than the people that are closest to you. So I find that really interesting.
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up. I was having this conversation literally the other day at a dinner table, saying it's interesting how people who claim they support you, and I think we've gone over this a little before with that text message exchange. Someone telling me they're sending lots and lots of messages and spamming would put people off, and the reason he brings this up is to support. He's trying to support me.
Right.
But that person has never once liked, commented, saved, or done anything that in these messages I'll say, hey, look at this video, if you could give it a share or leave a comment. I don't
Right.
expect people to, but when I'm asking and you don't, and then you come and say, well, I'm doing this, I'm supporting, that's not really necessarily support in they're wanting to support me for what I do. They're wanting to support me to gain favor. Oh, well, I support you because I did this. Whereas strangers, on the other hand, just kind of like, just do because they feel that they want to, and they just like.
I love it when it comes from strangers because it's like you have no personal history, so there's no conditions that they're relying on. They're a completely new person, and they don't have any bad intention. They don't even know who you are. So yeah, it's really nice when it comes from a stranger. It's crazy, right? Because you'd expect more so from your own family or friends and close people, but that's just, I guess, the way the world works.
Yeah, and I mean, this show is sort of a good example of a total stranger wanting to help others, just because that's what we're doing. We are strangers to 90% of these people, but we share and promote their music because we want to support them because we like music. Most of them haven't even asked us. We just do it, and if someone asks, sure, we'll do it. But I think support of that nature, I think, can end up leaving you with really nothing to show.
I hear a song coming.
Yeah, this is Jet Set Future on TKR Mornings. We'll be back after this.
What would you say if I told you the world is alive? What would you think if I told you that we are alive? What could we do? We
Okay, we're coming back. Nothing to show. Jet Set Future. Speaking of nothing to show, makes me kind of wonder this question. Is so when I've seen these videos before. You'll see somebody out and about and they're filming, and they're sort of filming like this, and they go up to, say, a homeless person and give them some money, or they give them food, or they go and do a nice / kind thing for them. My question is, like, what does that count as support? Because granted, the person at the receiving end is getting some form of support, but the question then relies: is that person doing it because they're showcasing what they want to do, like showcasing what we should all be doing, how we should all be helping each other, sort of the mentality of the more you share, the more your bowl will be plentiful idea. Now, or is it more, I'm only supporting and doing this so I can make a video and upload it and show others how great I am, and or like a sort of a facade, as it were? Like, have you run into anyone you know, or sort of those similar things that makes you think it's more ego driven than it really is actual support?
I feel like this is tricky, right? Like, I don't have all the answers, obviously, because, like, the reality is, and the unfortunate thing is, like, you know, if a homeless person is outside, they're in public, so technically, if you wanted to film them, you're allowed to film them. Are you allowed to upload them? That, I don't know the exact, like, policies and Instagram with that, if you don't have their permission. However, at the end of the day, they are in public, so I assume that even the news can, you know, if they have a reason to show news for CP24, they will do it. I feel like at the same time, though, you should still get permission from the person, and we don't know whether that act actually does happen behind the scenes, because if the person doesn't mind you filming them, then that's great. I feel like, though, if they didn't mind, though, wouldn't the person that's filming them say it on camera, like, so-and-so, you know, was so nice to allow us to film this act of kindness. We just hope that they have a great day and that they have a little bit of help from us. And it's a really nice, kind gesture, and it's uploaded, but there's no bad intention about it. They were given permission, right? But if they were not, I mean, usually people don't, that's the thing, right? People usually don't say that, oh, this person allowed me to film them. They're not going to say that, right? So you don't really know how that person is feeling, how that person that's in an unfortunate situation, you don't know how they're feeling. So they get kind of taken advantage of, potentially.
Yeah, it is sort of that, oh, look at me, I'm a do-gooder, I'm helping this person, right? So, I mean, it's a tough one. I mean, on the most part, if you see one of those videos, like the idea and the sort of the structure and the concept behind it of giving the homeless person change or buying them some food or whatever it may be, is a good idea. Like, if you can afford to do it, do it. It's almost like we as humans seem to be sort of lacking this ability to be responsible for each other, or ourselves for that matter.
Yeah.
But we're like, I'm not loaded, and so I won't always give something to someone who was outside, say, a grocery store or anything, but I'll do the very at least acknowledge, smile, and say hello. Because sometimes even that tiny bit of support will help someone in a less fortunate place. Because, I mean, yeah, everything's tight, everything's expensive, prices are going up. So you do have to be sort of mindful of where the money is going. But, I mean, if you think about how many people go in and out of a grocery shop each day, and then how many of those do the $2, oh, I'll donate at the end of my thing. Well, if all of those people, instead doing the $2 donation to the store and through that process, gave that $2 to the person outside would end up actually with a rather large full cup of coins, right? So it's like, okay, well, if you're gonna donate, perhaps donate it in an environment where you have more control control over it, because I mean, the second you donate and try and support these other things when you're at the grocery line, ooh, give $2, give $5, you have no way of knowing if that money even reaches someone in need.
Yeah.
And yeah, granted, you can give someone money, and a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to give them money because they might do drugs or blah de blah de blah. Well, yeah, I mean, they might. They also might not. What they do with the money they receive is up to them, really.
Sword, though. That's the double-edged sword, though, because like they can both sides can both have some kind of bad intention. Like the person filming could have bad intention, try to make themselves look good, and then the person that is homeless may or may not be homeless, and those cases do exist where they go to their mansions and drive a Ferrari. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're grifters is what they're called. People pretending to be homeless or not. No, yeah, you're right. There was a story in the UK where one guy eventually got found out after he was living in just basically London, in the centre of London, in this swanky part of town where most people can't afford to live unless you're ridiculously rich, and he did it all just by wanting support.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I, for me personally, I always appreciate the people who write the honest signs. Yes, I'm going to buy beer with the money you give me. Well, okay, that's honest. That's better than some
that, actually.
No, oh, there are some very clever writers that I've come across in this city. It's one of them was my favorite. He said, "Too dumb to work, too ugly to strip," and I'm like, see, that's he's in an unfortunate situation, but he's taking humour to try and almost set himself out from everybody else, because there are a lot of people who are doing that, and it's unfortunate that
I think that's really sad, though. I don't think anyone's too dumb to work.
No, I don't think so either. But the fact that he put that on the sign while he's begging for money, I thought that was rather than please give me a smile, do give what you can. There was something more engaging about it, right? Because I mean, technically, right, and I mean, it comes really back to the filming. If you're going to do it to be good. Don't do it because you're vain. And speaking of vain, here's the Queen of Vanity, Lilla Wild on
Nice.
TKR Mornings.
Not for nothing. You look like you might be scared of something. Call it confidence, I call it loving. Acrimony vibes, you've got it coming. Not for nothing. It's something shameless. Moving through the room just like you're famous. Bruised egos in your wake and yet you're blameless. Girl, that attitude is so outrageous. So off basis. And it ain't that hard to see. You're off key. Dancing, but you're somewhere off the beat. So mean, but she makes it look easy. Make way for the Queen of Vanity. She's the Queen of Vanity. Your hubris is ruthless. So seeds, but girl, is it fruitless? You lead with your ego. Mosquito. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fakest of them all? It's you. Well, it's you. And it ain't that hard to see. You're off key. Dancing, but you're somewhere off the beat. So mean, but she makes it look easy. picking her up, baby. Been wanting to escape, yeah. I know you know the money's tight lately, but we have other ways. Let's just throw our worries away. We can let loose today, and I know life's not our game to play, but we have the whole day. Let's take a trip to the market. Let's pretend we're in France. Blast the radio like we're in LA and dance. It's whatever you want. A trip to Taiwan. There's no limits when you have your mind switched on. So run your imagination. Let your desires run deep. We could be anywhere from New York to Sydney. Babe, wherever we roam, whether it's Rome or Tokyo, there's no limits to the places we can go. Redefine a staycation. We do it better anyway. Yeah, we can reach nation to nation in our own little way. Let's just throw our worries away. We can let loose today, and I know life's not our game to play, but we have the whole day. Let's take a trip to the market. Let's pretend we're in France. Blast the radio like we're in LA and dance. It's whatever you want. A trip to Taiwan. There's no limits when you have your mind switched on. So run your imagination. Let your desires run deep. We could be anywhere from New York to Sydney. Babe, wherever we roam, whether it's Rome or Tokyo, there's no limits to the places we can go. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, oh. How many times you stayed up all night, got caught in a loop, questioning yourself till the room went light, then pass out past the afternoon. Nothing to do but sit around on a Sunday. I regret that mistake on a Monday. I can't slow down. Miss Overactive, radioactive. When she fakes it, makes it attractive. Confident with covert condition. It's an act, I know. That girl ain't delusional. Her moves are intentional. Just take a page from her book if you wanna feel good. If it makes me delusional, like her, I don't wanna lose it all. Never. Besties flexing a little TikToks, and you take it all and drink it up. That's toxic. Give a little spin, she play it all off. Like anything you hear's an original thought. Just play it all off, play it all off. Like anything you hear's an original thought. Don't need a job, get whatever you want. Throw the Bible in the bin, cause we got a new God. If you're a broke boy, then you can't say nothing. Whoa, cause we're the girls, and we go for something. Oh, it's delusional. Her moves are intentional. Just take a page from her book if you wanna feel good. If it makes me delusional, like her,
Let's be delusional together. That is Penrose. Love that song. I love the saxophone. Incredibly
Very
talented.
fun, yeah.
So good, so good. What are we talking about? Oh, support. If you are watching on YouTube, we've started a Q&A, and we just asked, what is support to you? What does that look like? So I've got a question for you, Francesca. If I do something to support you, and you haven't asked for it, but I've done it because I feel it's the right thing to do. However, over time, it appears that, I don't know, you're not appreciative or not grateful. Things get heated, and I then say, well, I can't believe you talk to me that way for all of the help and support I give you. Well, how does that sort of come across to you? So if, for example, I've given you help and support, we get into an argument, and then I throw in your face, well, how can you talk to me like that because of all of the help and support I give? Like, how would you sort of take that?
Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of interesting because you do deserve the respect. You do deserve that acknowledgement because you've been so helpful and doing all those kind things. But at the same time, like, if you're in an argument and, like, this is a tough one. Like, I mean, if that's your first comeback, it's like, has that been at the back of your mind this whole time that you were ready to throw that at me, that you want to use that weapon against me? That's interesting, no?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I thought, like, because I do see it sort of both ways. I'm like, yeah, okay, I get that person has helped and wanted to do the support, but to have it thrown in your face at the same time is kind of problematic, because it sends, maybe it's unintentional, but it sends this message that it comes down to that, is that support for supporting, or is that support for sort of the self-gratification and those sorts of incidents, right? Because I can understand if things get heated and it appears in that manner, but really, if you're supporting someone because you want to support them, right, should you even bring that up? Because it sometimes, like, for example, in this scenario, you haven't asked for my help, but I've freely given it. To then have that thrown in your face, wouldn't that make me seem sort of very sort of selfish, egotistical, and narcissistic, right? Because all of a sudden you didn't ask for the help, and it's now being thrown back in your face because you rubbed me up the wrong way.
Well, I think the kind of key difference here, just like from on the spot, like, if the argument is about the person, somebody in the relationship is feeling like they're not grateful, like if that's the topic, then obviously the person that's giving so much is the one that's feeling hurt and, you know, is making it a point, and that's why they have those ready to go bullets of you know, why you're not grateful for this XYZ that I do for you. But if the topic is about anything else and it's irrelevant to what that person has done for them, I feel like it's almost like that person was ready to use that against them. Like, they were ready to use that as that weapon from their back pocket. Like, you shouldn't be thinking about keeping tallies of like what one person gives and what the other person gives. It should be, you know, just a natural balance that the other people, like both people, appreciate one another and they both give to one another in their own separate ways. It doesn't have to necessarily be money. It could be just careness, it could be kindness, it could be nice gestures, like, and I think that goes a long way as well in the community, right? Like, you don't have to, kind of like what you were saying, you don't have to necessarily give money to the person that's in need, but you giving them an acknowledgement and maybe a hello or good morning or something, that's also a very nice thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, and I think we'll have to sort of get into the next bit of this conversation, because it comes down to, okay, a lot of people do support, but they're always expecting something back. It's like, oh, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. And it's sort of this expectant nature of, oh, I deserve something, I'm entitled to something back. When reality is, the world and everything around you owes you nothing. You owe the world first. It's that it comes
Right.
down to that phrase I mentioned earlier. The more you share, the more your bowl will be plentiful. And I mean, this whole show is a good example of that. We've done this because we want to do it, not for any other reason. But in that same turn, people have come back and started giving to us, which is great. We've got new partnerships, Toronto Musicians Hub, Royal Media Group, and I think people are weirdly, astutely aware when people are sort of being a little disingenuous with their support and their help over, and sort of can see the ego, as opposed to when someone's just doing it and sort of doesn't do it for that gratification, right?
I almost feel like, and I could be wrong, but I almost feel like if you are doing it out of the kindness of your heart, I mean, unless you're like, you know, a big public figure and you're naturally going to be followed by paparazzi anyways, but if you're like self-imposingly like filming the act of kindness, like I feel like most cases you're not truly doing it out of the kindness of your heart, because I feel like true acts of kindness are like unheard of. They should be hidden, they should be private, they should be genuine. Like I feel like there should be no humiliation. There should not make the person feel uncomfortable in any way, because I feel like if you were to truly ask permission from the person standing outside, chances are they would probably say no, right? Like, would you say yes to someone filming you, giving you money? Like, I wouldn't want to be filmed.
No, you're quite right, and especially if they're not, if they're just kind of walking up to you, they've got the camera phone out already. Like, what is this? Like, obviously, like out of context, you're unsure, right? You got to be wary.
Like, if you're desperate, obviously you're desperate and you'll take anything. But at the same time, like, I don't know, in some way or form, I feel like if in some cases, if that were me, I almost don't want your money, because I would have I would still have a little bit of pride. Like, I don't want your money if you're doing this for your own benefit. Like,
yeah,
I
if you're
could
going to
take
turn me
money
into a
from anyone
circus,
else.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want your money, because like if you're already at the bottom and someone gives you $5, I'll take my losses. Like $5, you know what I mean? Like, you can get $5 from someone else. I don't want it from you, because you're doing it for some wrong intention. You're doing it to make gazillion more dollars than you already have. I don't think that's right.
No, I totally agree with you. I mean, quite frankly, I would just, if I was in the position of sort of begging for money and someone tried to do that to me, I would put them straight in the doghouse and tell them that I'm not a performing monkey. This is Jeremy Ryan Hell on TKR Mornings.
Maybe I shouldn't have said what I said. There's no message on red, but I had to go and start another fight. Yeah, I should have bit my tongue and it go and just be done, but I couldn't let her think that she was right. And now I'm in the doghouse once again. One would think I learned by now when to not open my mouth, but sometimes it's so hard to keep it closed. Try my best to hold it back, and then I'm wrong, I can't do that. She might be right, but I don't want her to know. And I'm out here in the doghouse once again. It's cold out here tonight, but I'll be alright. I got a roof over my head and the back porch right. I stayed out here before, and I'll be back again another night in the doghouse. Who knows when she'll let me back in. She asks me what I think, tells me I should tell the truth. I find myself back in the doghouse every time I do. I keep on digging myself these holes. Deeper and deeper I go, knocking over my water bowl. Now this doghouse is my home. It's cold out here tonight, but I'll be alright. I got a roof over my head and the back porch right. I stayed out here before, and I'll be back again another night in the doghouse. Who knows when she'll let me back. It's cold out tonight.
CKR Mornings streaming live from Toronto.
Check one, check two, check one, check two, and I'm gonna start singing right now. Feeling kinda nervous, starting things not really like me. Got a boyfriend, says he likes me, guess I like him, but it's funny, cause I'm not big on relationships, I'm more down for the flirt. All my friends say it's a problem, I'd just rather not get hurt, cause I can't take my feelings and I can't trust my heart, so I never take my chances, cause I know I'll break apart. I hate the mushy shit and I tell it how it is and boom, I wish that I was kidding, but I'm not good at listening, so I don't want someone missing me. I'm so unpredictable, one day I'm irresistible, the next I hate myself, never good for someone else, so I try to stay away, don't want them dealing with my brain, but suddenly they got me folding, cause I only want him to hold me up, but I can't take my feelings and I can't trust my heart, so I never take my chances, cause I know I'll break apart. I hate the mushy shit and I tell it how it is and boom, I wish that I was kidding, but I'm not good at listening, so I don't want someone missing me. I hate the mushy shit and I tell it how it is and boom, I wish that I was kidding, but I'm not good at listening, so I don't want someone missing me. She's who she thinks everyone wants her to be, makes things up just to people please, thinks flashy brand to make her stand out, little voices in her head only make her doubt. She wears showy things to get the boys' attention, little does she know that people second guessing. Life of the party must be exhausting when you're the one everyone wants to be watching. Crazy days and fun nights, driving around like in that city
Dakota Caden, Crazy Days, and before that, the artist who influenced her, Claire Rosinansky, with Don't Miss Me. Like those two. They're
Very
good.
nice song. Very nice.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We've been discussing what is support, and what that means to you, and the sort of various ways support can come into your life, and whether sometimes is it genuine or is it disingenuine? Is it being done for the want of something in return, or is it just the difference between being nice and kind, right? Being nice usually is to protect. So if I was, we'll use this example, nice being, we've gone out for lunch, I would be nice by not saying anything in that moment that you've got, say, you got spinach in your teeth, because I wouldn't want to, the form of embarrassment that would come up. So I'm being nice not to sort of create a situation, whereas kind is going, it's overlooking how it might sort of be uncomfortable and going, you've got spinach in your teeth, and just being flat out. Now, because nice is subjective.
I like that example. I think that's something that I'll actually use as a remembrance, because sometimes you forget what's the real difference between nice and kind. I kind of use them interchangeably. I think they're almost the same, but no, that's a really good way to separate the two.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to embarrass the person, you don't want to make them feel anyway, but if you have a good intention about it and you're doing it because you care, then you'll find a way to go about the situation without making them uncomfortable. Maybe ask to go to the washroom and say, hey, can you come with me for a second? I'm having trouble with something. I don't know. Just make something up. Sometimes you need to create a situation just to protect the other person and try to help them in some kind of way, right? Because, you could be straight up, at the table, but, I think that in the interest of the other person, just try your best to make them comfortable, right? That's what it is. I think it comes down to intention. What is your intention? Because you could do something that makes the other person feel some type of way, but if your intention was a good heart, I feel like that's really what it comes down to.
No, absolutely. And I mean, if you want to make a total stranger feel comfortable, I wouldn't suggest what you just said, Francesca, and randomly invite them to the bathroom. That could be taken to many ways that way.
Oh, Gizmo and his dirty mind.
Hey, you said it, not me.
No, I mean,
you remember, you give, you get.
We like to go with each other to the washroom. I don't know what.
Oh no, that is fine. But it's usually you all know each other. It would be a little bit different if a stranger came up onto you in the streets and wanted to pull you aside into a washroom to ask you a question. That's a little different, right?
Okay, if it's a stranger, no. I think if they're at another table or something, then I would maybe whisper in their ear or something like that, right?
Well, that could definitely upset someone's date as you just slowly go over and whisper in this total stranger's ear. Who is this woman? Why is she whispering in your ear at our dinner?
What do you want me to do? What do you suggest? I ruined their date because I told them I whispered in their ear and the other person now thinks I'm cheating. What?
Well, you know what? That's the thing. Sometimes being kind is not doing anything at all and letting people figure it out for themselves. No, I mock and jest because it's a difficult one to pick, because I do see the benefits of, okay, well, you filmed this good, kind act and you're sharing it with other people, and I only can sort of hope that they're sharing to spread the message and not doing it for the gratification of the likes and the comments that would come with a post like that. That's right. Sort of my thing. I mean, not everything needs to be filmed and captured and uploaded to the internet. Gizmo states as he films and uploads himself to the internet live 5 days a week under the guise of the kindness revolution. Am I a hypocrite? Well, find out later this week.
Is there a song coming, or should I keep yapping?
You can keep yapping for another couple of minutes if you like. We can wrap up, read it, thread it for the day.
What was I gonna say? I want to make a big point here. In kind of summary of what we were talking about. It's at the end of the day, you could do something good or bad to the other person, and at the end of the day, it's about what your intentions were, right? The other person can feel like it was a bad thing, right? but maybe it wasn't. Maybe you had good intention about it. So I think at the end of the day, it comes down to what your intentions were and how your conscience was, because you can do something bad to people all day long, day and night, year after year. Sure, right? Even things that are not to the point of like criminal activity and that will get you in jail, right? There's other ways that you can make people put downs and stuff like that. At the end of the day, like, it could be years, it could be months, it could be days, but at like a certain point, your conscience is gonna eat you alive. I really do believe that.
Yeah,
Because,
almost
you're
universal karma.
Human. Like we have a conscience. Do you not? Like, you're gonna think back to yourself, and it's gonna eat yourself alive. You're gonna feel so bad.
Well, I mean, obviously, you'd hope that the people feel bad. I mean, there are some people out there who you sometimes wonder if they ever do, because we've all met those sort of people that society just uses the word narcissist so freely and willy-nilly that I think it's losing its impact as a word. But there are those people out there who they sort of burn the house down around them and leave as though nothing happened, right? So
No, absolutely. There's this probably percentage of people like sociopaths and such that don't feel that kind of emotion. But I think like you can do harm to others, you can steal from people, you can rob from people, you can pickpocket people's cars. But like at a certain point, again, achieving like that other conversation we have, achieving that true state of happiness. I think that if you're doing something wrong to other people, you're never really gonna be fulfilled. Like you can have all the money in the world, you can have everything, every car, every house, and whatever. But like, okay, now you're by yourself and you have everything. Congratulations. How do you feel now? Like, do you really feel like I couldn't just wipe that off? Like I would be bothered by that, right?
no, I agree with you there. That like, it's like, I know I'm not perfect, and I know I can do things that are opposite to what I say should be done, or how people should do that. I mean, nobody's perfect, but I don't totally agree with you. And I think honestly, it's probably about time that we actually changed everything. This is Riley Blake, and that was Read It, Thread It. On Gizmo, that's Francesca.
You never knew what I meant to until I left, and now you get it. You want me back, but baby, we're through, and this time I actually meant it. I spent way too long putting up with you. It took a while, but there I said it. If you want me back, then it has to pass through your thick skull. Then you'll have to change everything, change your whole personality. 'Cause baby, I've moved on, realized you're only not right for me. You'll have to change everything, so babe, just forget about me. 'Cause you can't dye your hair, and I won't care, you're not right for me. You'll have to change everything. You'd expect truth from someone like you, who says they're hopelessly devoted, since they've got your back. Next second, I'm screwed. Oh God, I should have seen this coming. Starts with one white lie, then they've got you tracing all your alibis. If you want me back, then it has to pass through your thick skull. Then you'll have to change everything, change your whole personality. 'Cause baby, I've moved on, realized you're only not right for me. You'll have to change everything,
CKR Mornings streaming live from Toronto.
I got a lot on my mind, but I don't wanna talk about it. Yeah, I'm no good with time, so I'm running behind. I got a lot on my chest, but I don't wanna make a mess, so I'ma keep it to myself for now. Never repeat history. I know I need to change, but that's easy to say. Some people say I need therapy. Now I can't disagree, but they lose the debate. You better hold on to something. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. You better be ready, 'cause it's gonna get heavy. Hope I see you on the other side.
We've returned to the ways of witches being burnt at the stake. People who preach their faith in Jesus get locked up in a cage. Everywhere I turn I see nothing but murder and rape. Nobody works 'cause if they sit and sulk enough they'll get paid. I think it's safe to say we're done with the days when life was simpler. We laughed at Mother Nature as we denied and crippled her. Hate's the mistress, we doubled down on then tripled her. The search for answers left us with more questions than the riddler. How's about you riddle me this, kids? If this is the most advanced that we've ever been, why is it this pish? Everything's a simulated parody version of his former self, and those who made it happen can rot in hell. Praise the machines, practice the ways of the beast, or you can perish in the parish as you pray with a priest. To say the least, it isn't fair, nothing left but despair. Don't even get the butterflies anymore. Bye bye butterflies, bye bye my youth. I lost my optimism, all that's left is the truth. We used to have memories, now we've got proof. It's enough to cry. Bye bye butterflies, bye bye butterflies, bye bye my youth. I lost my optimism, all that's left is the truth. We used to have memories, now we've got proof. It's enough to cry. Bye bye butterflies.
I had to turn my back from the pack, 'cause a massive SUV and a big TV. Now I'm feeling that, trying to walk my path and stay in my lane, while all the ads and media say that I made a mistake. But the story is fake, you get your best face for selfies, demons at bay and tablets to stay healthy. Just be normal, don't think about the big lies, chase the next dopamine hit on your device. And sometimes I like my silence. Couldn't give a fuck about who's shagging who on latest Love Island, or what footy team are winning this week. Making consuming all the time is straight making you weak. Sitting in the cave, staring down at the inner world, fucking with the power of creation, speaking magic words. Nah, messing mate, I mean that literally. As above, so below and off into infinity.
Bye bye butterflies, bye bye my youth. I lost my optimism, all that's left is the truth. We used to have memories, now we've got proof. It's enough to cry. Bye bye butterflies, bye bye butterflies, bye bye my youth. I lost my optimism, all that's left is the truth. We used to have memories, now we've got proof. It's enough to cry. Bye bye butterflies. Used to value morals, knew you'd be a fool to trust me. Used to fall in love with everybody, knew you all disgust me. Even when I meet a pretty girl that I like, I can slowly see humanity extinguishing her light, 'cause she wants to save the world and the trees, but all that people care about's the birds and the bees. And she just wants to love who she meets, but she's realising everybody sucks on their knees. Living this life full of you desolate, sobbing on the floor. Everybody's beautiful and rotten to the core. They say it never rains, but it's proper gonna pour. Climb the stairway to heaven, now I'm knocking on its door. I didn't need the time to change for my mind to change, but I've had my moral compass set since the 90s. They don't even believe half of the memorised lines they say, waving my life away.
We want to go home to where it didn't hurt and never does. Without pain, there's no birth of consciousness. With rain from your eyes to water the memories, the clouds in your sky become the flower of melody. Without hearts to break, there'd be no humanity. Without hearing trauma and witnessing tragedy, we'd seek no healing or remedy. Without tired limbs to climb above the valley, there'd be no visions or poetic majesty. No songs of fire to inspire ecstasy, touch a dimension we cannot see. Without the darkness of night, we strike no light to guide the footsteps of strangers. Yearning for peace, but we're forced to fight. Without terror, we'd never brave danger.
This is TKR Mornings, streaming live from Toronto.
It's 9 a.m. on the Eastern Seaboard, and this is TKR Spotlight, sponsored by Toronto Musicians Hub. Getting the Toronto music scene up and out and in your face. These guys are amazing and looking very much forward to working with them in the future. So,
Awesome.
it's really interesting to hear you talk about the event that we went to for the Toronto Musicians Hub and how you're like, oh, I really need to make more time to go out to more of these events. And it's great because, I mean, people loved you there. After I left, like, seeing the Instagram post, like, photos with you and literally everybody. I'm like, nobody wanted a photo with me? And this is...
Like,
So
you got a nice video with LaBeouf Gay, right?
I did. I think I won that one that evening.
That was a good video. I think that was really... It almost looked rehearsed, but it wasn't. It was perfectly well done.
Yes, that whole thing from having a ridiculous idea and following through to being able to pull it off. That really made me feel good to be able to literally do something so random and involve someone I'd never met before, and they play along and play ball. That's kudos. Kudos to
No, you were
Laval
like
for that.
really professional about it. It's like you're such an expert at the way you were interviewing her. So
I've had some
kudos to you.
practice. Thank you very much. Done that before. I think my first ever interview was actually Marianas Trench. Back in the... Well, this is probably 15 odd years
Wow.
ago now.
Wow.
Still one of my favourite bands there. Yeah, they were on their first Canadian tour as they were touring through Winnipeg, and happened to get them on my morning show on Campus Community Radio. The first radio show to ever feature their music too. Winning!
Mm-hmm.
And somehow they went on to make lots and lots of money and completely forget about me. Every time. No, but I mean, that's the thing. It was great to talk to them, hear them, and then sort of make this prediction that we're going to go far. And the very next year, Billboard like #1 song in Canada. I was just like, good for them. That's awesome. They kept going. They kept creating their music, and yeah, they got somewhere. And this is it. Like, we're going to touch on this on Wednesday. It's actually more difficult than even I thought to get your music on Spotify, and find out why on Wednesday for Workflow Wednesdays. And tomorrow we'll be discussing all things food, especially as Christmas is coming up and other religious holidays as well that involve lots and lots of food. So, the feature artist of the day, I hear you say. Who could it possibly be? Well,
We're still going, guys. It's past 9 o'clock. We're still here.
we're
Woo!
still here. We're still going. And that's because we're Topo Chico. Our featured artist, sponsored by Toronto Musicians Hub today, is The Bell Curves. And for those of you who are with us from the beginning, we actually got an interview with Delaney from The Bell Curves, which I will be re-uploading to the YouTube channel and unity314.com. So this is Topo Chico. And I haven't even heard this one, so it's going to be good.
live on mountain time here in New York. No one seems concerned because I always keep a promise, and I promise I can always make it work. If I had no other choice. Well, night in any city has a way of teasing troops out. The neighborhood Delray won't let you be too coy. Drinking Topo Chico in LA, waiting for the sun to set so I can get a taste. Someone else's city, it's someone else's secret. Let's have one more Topo Chico to LA. One more Topo Chico to LA. Everything I heard about Los Angeles is true, and I admit the Laurel Canyon's pretty cool. But living in a car town with no way to stumble home now wouldn't suit me. I don't know what I would do. Tell me what you think I should do. Drinking Topo Chico in LA, waiting for the sun to set so I can get a taste of someone else's city, it's someone else's secret. Let's have one more Topo Chico to LA. Drinking Topo Chico in LA, waiting for the sun to set so I can get a taste of someone else's city, it's someone else's secret. Let's have one more Topo Chico to LA. One more Topo Chico to LA.
The bell curves. Topo Chico, TKR Spotlight Artist of the Day. This is Pour Over on TKR Mornings.
Mother's been telling me that I should get some rest. Mother's been telling me not to let it get my best. I keep saying, yeah, you're right. I keep saying yes. Easier said than done.
That was Pour Over the Bell Curves, TKR Spotlight Artist of the Day, who will also be one of the artists in the CCAN Radio's Top 30 Songs of the Year that we will be doing on Christmas Day live. Find out more at unity314.com. This is the last song.
What happens that we got what we wanted? What happens did we stay too long? I have dreams of flowers lit by streetlights, but I have visions of someplace I call home. I don't need to call it mine as long as I belong to it. And I don't need to satisfy this internal argument, 'cause I have learned to wait and see.
That was your TKR Spotlight Artist of the Day, the Bell Curves, out of New York, just south of the border. And I was lucky enough almost a year ago now to interview her on what was the Void Morning Show, which is obviously now TKR Mornings, with Francesca and myself, Gizmo. It's kind of fun. I found my nickname kind of a bit funny now, because I find myself actually responding to it more than my actual name now.
People do. Yep, you have a stage name.
I have a stage, and it's interesting now because
You're
at
working
first
hard.
I was like, do I actually introduce myself as Gizmo? Or so now I just, people ask, what's your name? Gizmo, and they just kind of like, what? Like, long story. Read my book, you'll figure out why. But I think we do quite well. I'm going to toot our own horn for a second here, Francesca, and say I think we do quite well with our conversations and the music. Because if you listen to some of the Bye Bye Butterflies earlier and the conversation we were having, they all kind of nicely kind of themed and linked in together. So kudos there to you for being able to, yeah, because you somehow managed to bring up topics of conversation without knowing the playlist. Because what people don't realize is obviously I run all of the music and the playlist.
What's going on half the time?
No, it's basically the dumb leading the blind in this regard, and we do it very well, I might add.
Oh, thank you. I'll take any compliments you give.
Yeah, even if they are mildly backhanded. No, I joke.
Appreciate the compliments from the viewers too.
Yeah, they're more
looked nice
genuine.
today. Thank you so much. I just rolled out of bed.
Woke
6:57.
up like
World
this.
record.
No, don't lie. You were up earlier than 6:57.
Yeah, I was up. Just
It was 6:56 and a half?
yeah.
Yep, as you may have
Ready on the
noticed.
dot, though. Ready at 7 on the dot.
Oh yeah, ready at 7 and already into 9:15 here on the eastern seaboard. The Pacific seaboard is now slowly starting to wake up, and what we will be doing when the show ends, we'll be rebroadcasting this show live for everybody on the west coast to have the same amount of fun and to wake up to the kindness revolution like we do all the way over here. We just got a message through on Instagram. A band has found me. It's 3 British people who are based in Germany called Lawn. They're like, check out our music. So I will be checking that out later today and reporting back to you all tomorrow with some of their tracks. Obviously, I can't listen to this music and do this and listen to that music. I wish I could, but even I know I have my limitations. And that's the only one limitation I have. Otherwise, I'm perfect. Speaking of perfect, it's 9:15, and because we're in uncharted territory right now, how about 15 whole minutes of non-stop music videos? You're not getting paid? No, neither am I. It's all good. We do it for the fun.
Gizmo, I gotta go. Like, cut.
Okay, cut. But let them shout baby goats at you for a bit. It'll be fun. It'll be absolutely okay.
You came into my life as the snow disappeared. You helped me get through my struggles and all my fears. You were there for me when there was no one else. You gave me purpose, taught me how to be myself. I thought that we were meant to be, but you were not what I believed. I thought with you was where I belonged, but you had to prove me wrong. Now you were not what I be. I thought with you was where I belong, but you had to prove me wrong. Now I have to walk away as you raise your red flag. As you raise your red flag. Even when the answer is staring me back in my face, I'm all backed up with indecision. Yeah. Last summer shit taking me on a crazy race. Don't know what I'm killing myself for. Been surviving this long on dangerously low gasoline. If I'm the one controlling my body, was it always feel like my body is controlling me? Tomorrow, get some good sleep. Right now, get something to eat. How dumb you only come and call when you need me. That girl I'm talking to, my happiness depends on you. How dumb you only come and call when it's good for you. I'm not in touch with my mind, and it gets harder and harder to write. No, by myself all the time, circulating air over and over inside. Tomorrow, get some good sleep. Right now, get something to eat. How dumb you only come and call when you need me. That girl I'm talking to, my happiness depends on you. How dumb you only come and call when it's good for you.
You are listening to CCAN Radio Live, playing your music and helping our community truly connect. Together, we can.
Oh, yes! Do you know what that song means? That song means it is time for the end of the show. A slightly longer one. It's been fun. I've had a lot of fun. I've learned a lot from Francesca. And she's frozen. Must be cold in her apartment. Well, that's certainly a way to an end of a show. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks so much for the comments and everything. And at the end of today, unity314.com is where you'll be able to request your favourite song, vote for the top 9 at 9. And there she is, just in time for the end of the show.
I mean, I'm here. I'm here longer than I was expecting, but I'm happy to be here. So, sorry about that. My tablet died. So
You know what?
yeah.
It's okay. I'm prone to technological issues. I think I can allow you a few over time. But yeah, you have fun? Ready to do it again
That's a
tomorrow?
great show. Absolutely.
All right then. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Signing out.